80% of your
let's go about him. How did you help him? Let's not go far. He was 315 pounds. I'm guessing for you to drop about 80 pounds, right? I'm guessing you were working out in a daily. How much time did it take you?
It took me, for those 75 pounds, it took me 3 months and a half.
Okay, now tell me what's going on, because a lot of people are gonna hear 75 pounds in 3 months. Hold on, stop the music. Now I need to focus. All right, get to go for another show this week. What is it, Ali? Our fourth one this week?
Third this week.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna go with the lineup today. We got beautiful Ali in production.
Thank you.
All right, we got your host Yassi, and today's guests, we got two special people that are coming to talk about what they do, and it's very unique and special. We got Billy Thomas, owner and trainer at Grindathon.
Yes,
and we got Isai Huerta. Did I say your name right?
Yes, sir.
I hate butchering people's names, so I know the feeling though. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great, doing amazing. Grateful to be here.
How was the drive? Was it okay?
It was smooth, yeah.
All right. So I see a little, what is that? Indian?
Yes.
Indian kind of hat? And you like the Eagles and you like the Lakers? What is going on right now? It's too much going on.
I'm baseball. I just like fashion.
All right. So you just have a lot of hats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And you're a Lakers fan as well, I'm guessing.
Lakers fan, and then for football it's Green Bay.
Green Bay. Oh, we're gonna talk about the Green Bay because I'm from Chicago. I gotta come down now. I done you on that one. So Lakers. Let's go with the Lakers. What's going on with your Lakers this year? Do you guys think they might actually do something, some damage in the playoffs?
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Whoa. Like the Clippers don't even exist. Like really?
LeBron.
That's your really. So you think LeBron is gonna be clutch come playoffs?
Michael Jordan, Kobe's LeBron.
Okay, I like that. I like how I could never put LeBron ahead of Kobe. Everybody kept just talking about LeBron. What happened to Kobe? He won 5. LeBron won 3. Yeah, he made all these finals. Where? In the East. If Kobe was on the East, he would have been making the finals every year too.
Yeah.
So, sure. You know what I mean? Like, everyone keeps talking how LeBron is better than Kobe or this and that. Now that, Kobe has passed, then when people started talking and discussing about Kobe Bryant might be a little better. I've always said Kobe is a killer when you need him. Mm-hmm. He always had that killer instinct. So, are you guys buying the hype with, the AD LeBron thing? So I feel like you guys are already you guys are buying the hype for sure.
I feel like, to me, I just watched The Last Dance 2 weeks ago on Netflix with Michael Jordan.
Okay.
And so I feel like that gave me a lot of perspective. I grew up a big Kobe fan. Mm-hmm. It was just all my life I was like Kobe. But I didn't realize he was so similar to Michael Jordan. So everything he imitated, he grew up watching Michael Jordan, and even the way they held their
the tongue, the hand gesture.
Yeah, it was just all the same. And so I feel like it gave me more perspective on LeBron and Kobe. That shouldn't even be a comparison to me. It's okay, LeBron is next in line, to be the great, at the time.
So you think they might go all the way this year? Why you say that? You just because you think AD and LeBron are just better than everyone else, or?
I think his leadership was the differentiator.
Okay.
So I think LeBron, of course there's a lot of hype, and, he came to LA and it's a lot of pressure, but I think his leadership is just, he's one of the best leaders in the league. Okay.
I kind of get what you're saying, but let's not forget about Kawhi and Paul George, man. And did we see how Paul George played yesterday? Montrez wasn't playing. Oh, I'm sorry, the day before. Montrez wasn't playing. Lou wasn't playing. And you guys beat them by 2 points. I mean, I feel like the Clippers are going to be a problem because Kawhi comes playoff times, whether we hate on him, whether, he whines so much or he doesn't like to play every game or back-to-back or whatever. When come playoff time, Kawhi is going to be a killer. If Paul George plays the same as he played 2 days ago, you guys are gonna have problems. You guys are gonna have big problems. And you guys, I mean, everyone was playing that game. I mean, Rondo's not coming back in playoffs, so you guys that had everyone, you guys barely beat them by 2. Let's not forget about the Bucks too. Giannis is a beast. Giannis is coming.
He really is.
Giannis is coming. And I feel like he is going to be a problem in the future. He's going to be a problem to a lot of people. All right, so let's talk about your Eagles. Think your Eagles are going to make some noise this year? Carson Wentz, huh? You think?
He needs to stay healthy. And then
He needs to stay healthy?
He needs.
Well, we got your backup quarterback in the Bears, Nick Foles. We're not too happy about that, by the way.
He's great.
All right.
I think he's great.
I don't know about great.
He won the Super Bowl.
Good player.
Okay, yeah, he won the Super Bowl. I think he's great in the playoffs. I don't know if he's great during postseason. I don't know if he can stay healthy in the postseason. That's the problem with Nick Foles. What do you think?
I think at the end of the day, it's just like winners will win, and like he showed that he was ready to win. Because most guys, if they got in that situation, I don't think they would have.
It was a nice story, though. I'm not gonna lie. It was a very nice story. Someone who was supposed to, he was gonna retire from football altogether, and then he comes and wins it like that.
Yeah.
It sells books. It sells movies. You know what I mean? Like in the future, definitely. It's a really good story. So who do you watch Rams games at all?
Yes.
Do you?
My first Eagle game was against the Rams, actually.
I feel like they have no direction this year. Like they traded their running back, they traded in like their best players, and now they're stuck with that QB contract. I don't even like saying his name.
They're all over.
It's just all over the place. I feel like there is no direction with the Rams. They had a good team a couple of years ago, but then they blew it in the playoffs. I don't know what the hell they're doing. All right, let's switch up gears a little bit. Let's talk about your company, Grindathon.
Yes, sir.
What do you guys do?
So Grindathon Athletics is basically sports performance, and also general fitness.
Okay.
So we help athletes become, faster, help them become stronger. We help them improve their agility, their fast twitch, their just basically anything that an athlete needs, we help them improve upon. So no matter what sport they play, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, soccer, we help them become a better athlete than when they come to us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also help football guys, because we both played football.
Okay.
Certain positions, we help them get better at that exact skill. So I can help a DB become better at his backpedaling. I can help a running back become better at his cuts.
Okay.
And then also wide receivers. But then also general fitness, we help people lose weight, we help people gain weight, help people, any goal they have for their body, we help them get there as well.
Okay, so you guys help kind of like high school kids get to the next level, like to the football level, professional level. Is that what we're talking about?
So it's basically any athlete that is desiring to get to their next level. So we have a lot of youth, like middle school, elementary. We have high school as well. A few college early on when I first started training, probably about a year ago. I started training 3 years ago. I used to have more college athletes, but I realized for me it's a better investment to train younger athletes.
Okay.
They're more coachable, and the parents are invested, and it's more worth everyone's time.
Okay.
So
the competition is getting tougher out there. We do know that.
100%.
Whether it's high school, college, professional, competition is getting rough.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your best advice for a high school kid who wants to make it pro, but he sees a lot of hurdles in front of him, and that happens on a daily basis? Kids want to make it, whether it's professional football, whether it's NBA, whether it's MLB. They want to be that player, but then first of all, you said it, not a lot of parents are invested into it. That's I feel like that's a big problem. Then depending on someone's body. Whether you're short, whether you're tall, you're too short to play basketball, you're too tall to play, I don't know, baseball. It's always a problem. What would be your best advice to a high schooler whose dream is to play professional, whatever sport?
I'll let you go first.
I would tell him, by any means, if it's truly in your heart that you really want to get to, either if it's NBA, NFL, you got to know, to get to that place, since day one, you gotta go hard. There's gonna be days where you're gonna feel like you're not close. But those days are the days that is gonna test you. Okay, if you really wanna, if you're determined, if you really want it, and there's gonna be obstacles. And the biggest thing is a lot of times they see other people and they're like, oh, this guy is more athletic than me. By the end of the day, like if you're not very athletically gifted, you would compensate that by your hard work, your dedication. And biggest thing is some of the times they're so focused on oh, I want to be like this, but they gotta focus on, okay, what do I have to do? What kind of person do I gotta become to get there? That's the biggest thing. What do I have to do every day, and who do I have to become? What kind of character do I have to create and to identify myself to get there, to get to that?
Because you're talking about a commitment, and I understand what you're saying, because not only you gotta be committed, physically or whatever, you gotta be committed mentally. Your diet gotta be right from the get-go. You gotta eat right.
School gotta be there too. Grades.
Okay, so see, that's okay. So that's gonna be was gonna be my next question. I feel like and mostly when after high school, I feel like the college athlete is going through a lot, because let's not forget that these kids are not getting paid. They still gotta diet right. They still gotta work out. Whether it's 3-4 times a day, whatever, the duration of the hours a day, and they gotta do their homework, and they gotta go to classes. I don't know, man. I feel like that's a lot on someone. Do you agree with that opinion, or do you agree with the whole college athlete, kind of person, or do you feel like if someone wants to be an athlete, they should just focus on being an athlete?
I think so. Going back to the first part of the question, I say, any kid that says they want to go pro, they want to. I was in that position as a kid growing up. I used to say I want to go NBA, I want to go NFL, but then over time, the biggest thing I learned and that I like to give back to kids is letting them know, like, if you truly believe that's in your, like he said, if you believe that's in your heart, then go for it. But it's my thing is about showing kids exactly like the work ethic it really takes to get to that next level and to break that down into goals. Like, you want to go to the NFL. Are you starting first at your high school? Okay, you're starting. Okay, are you the best player on your team? So if you want to breaking that long-term goal down into like, this is your goal right now. Like, let's find a way for you to start. Okay, if you're starting, let's find a way for you to win league MVP. Okay. If you're the league MVP, let's find, so kind of breaking that goal down to where you have tangible things to do. Because I think a lot of kids, like myself, when I was growing up, that was the dream. I really believed it. Right. There was no one in my life to show me how much work it took to get there, right. And so my thing is, I don't ever, if kids have that dream, I let them know, go for it. You could do it. You can do anything you set your mind to, but I let them know, like, I'm real with them in terms of the work it's going to take to get there. And I also let them know, if they go all in and they don't make it, they could still fall and be successful. Okay. Like, and they'll follow. I feel like if you go 100% towards something, you'll find your path, if that's not meant to be. Right. So that's my biggest thing in terms of kids that want to go pro. I think they say it because they hear other kids say it. There's a few kids that it's in their heart, but I think a lot of kids just, oh, well, my buddy says he wants to go pro, so I want to go pro too, So that's my biggest thing with young athletes. And then in terms of college, like, in terms of I think kids need to learn how to balance everything. Okay,
so you do believe in the college athlete. You do believe that they should still be doing their classes.
100%.
Okay.
Because I think people think, when they think of that debate, they think Division I. They think schools that are on TV making a bunch of money, but there's so many other levels of collegiate sports. D2, D3, and NAIA. Yeah. And those schools aren't making money. So those kids are playing. They're getting an opportunity to play if their education is paid for. It's not easy. Because I did it. I don't think it's easy. But they have to find a way to get through it. Like, I don't believe in playing like, oh, I'm an athlete, so it's hard because I got to go to practice. And you're choosing to do that. So I feel like. When did you start
this company?
3 years ago, right when I got out of college.
Did you start it because of your experience with trying to become an athlete? Because you both were trying to become football players. Yeah. Is this based on your own experience that you decided to start this company?
The company, it came about literally, like, just on its own. So I was my senior year of college. It was my last year playing football. That season didn't go as well as I wanted to do.
Who did you play for?
I played for Whittier College, Division III.
Okay.
And I basically, he's like a younger brother to me. He's my little cousin. He reached out to me my spring semester of college, my last semester, and was like, "Hey, I want to get better at football." And so he played baseball his whole life.
Okay.
I wanted him to play football because I was a football guy. He never did. So he finally reached out to me like, "Hey, can you take me to the park and help me get better?" I was like, "Sure." And I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like doing drills that I used to do. But I seen a huge improvement within like a month. And I was like, man, like I didn't know I could help him really become that much better. And so that kind of gave me the idea. He started bringing his two best friends out, and I started training them. I had no intention on making a company. And then literally at that same time, I was coaching a girls' JV basketball team.
Okay.
It was super random. I had a mentor reach out to me. He was my basketball coach growing up. He was like, "Hey, I need a JV coach." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so I was doing a lot of things. So I was coaching. That was my first time ever coaching anything. And I really enjoyed it. And I was like, man, like, being a mentor to young girls at the time. And so I started, and it just kind of came about. And I was like, man, like I could really help kids become better, but then show them realistically the work ethic it takes because I feel like I said I wanted to go to the NFL, but I didn't have the work ethic day in and day out to really go. I used to go hard in practice, had good grades. Like in my head, I did everything right, but I didn't get the outcome I desired. So my thing was like, let me show kids what it really takes and still help them become the best version of themselves. But not all kids are going to go pro, So that's kind of how it just came about. And it just grew ever since. I started with one athlete and it just kind of grew.
Okay. And guess because you both went to school for engineering.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to become a chemical engineer.
Right. And you went to school for engineering as well.
So, me, honestly, when I went to school, I had no idea what I wanted to do.
Okay.
But I had really good grades.
Okay.
So I knew how to get good grades. So I just Google what makes the most money. And then I said, okay, I might be an engineer, I might be a firefighter.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I said going in. But then I realized, like, man, college is no joke. And so I kind of I majored in kinesiology, nutrition science. Because they said, all the kids on my team, oh, that's what athletes do. And I was like, okay, like, I guess. So I just did it. And that's where I ended up my career being, So I'm super grateful for that. But at the time, I had no idea. I just wanted to make money.
I get what you're saying.
So,
hey, engineering. Now you own your own company. Now you're training in his company. I mean,
I actually used to train him.
So you used to train him, and then you joined the cause.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you actually graduated school. And you still decided to join, right? Did you graduate school, or you were in your last year?
I didn't graduate. So it was kind of like I was pursuing football career.
Okay.
And it was my last semester, and that's when I kind of fell off.
What was your position?
I was right and left
How
guard.
much did you weigh?
I was 315.
How tall are you?
6'4". I was 315, 6'4".
Okay.
He was fat.
How much are you now?
Big. I'm at 245 right now.
Okay, nice. Yeah, and he helped you with that. So you got results. There you go. You got results. That's for who. Have you helped anyone right now that is have become pro or about to become pro?
We have a athlete that goes to University of Texas right now.
Okay.
That's probably one of our highest athletes. His name is Chris Adamora. He plays safety.
Shout out to Chris.
I used to coach him in I was a high school football coach as well.
Okay.
So I coached him, and then I started training him. He's about to be a sophomore this year. He's the real deal. He's going to make it. If I had to think about one person, I would say him for sure.
Okay. So you think what positions does he play?
He plays safety.
Okay. So you think he's going to we're going to see him in the pro very soon?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to hold you guys up to that. All right. I want to talk about your background a little bit, Billy, because you had an interesting background. So you grew up with a single mom, right? So tell us a little more about that and how that helped you, with your company today.
So for me, I grew up with a single parent since I was about 4 years old. I have small memories of my father, but I'm actually named after him. I'm the third. And so just growing up, my mom did everything she could. We weren't poor, but we weren't rich, So my grandparents helped her a lot. My aunt and my uncle helped her a lot. And so I had a community raising me, but at the same time, I always missed that. I didn't have that official father figure. I had a bunch of good coaches growing up. My grandfather was there, my uncle, but for me, I never had just one person where I was like, man, like I look up to him,
Right.
And so just growing up, I had a moment where I was I was a young kid. I didn't understand like what not having a dad meant for a while, you know. And there was a moment when I was crying one day. I was a kid. I was like 8 or 9, and I was just like, man, like why me? Why don't I have a dad? And I made a decision as a young kid. I was just like, either I could use that as an excuse my whole life and just, you know, well, that's my excuse, or I could use it to, you know, become greater. And so I made the choice just like, okay, like that's the card I was dealt. I'm going to do everything to make my dad proud. So that's kind of the way I attack life. And it just paid off. Everything I did was always just 110%. My mom told me good grades in school. I always had a 4.0. As an athlete, I was always trying to do my best. So I think it helped me, that challenge. You know, it helped me because now it's like I'm in the position to be that male role model that I didn't have for so many kids. Because I know the more athletes I train, I realize there's a lot of kids that, you know, don't have fathers just like myself. But there's a lot of kids, too, that maybe their father is there physically, but they're not really there for them.
Right.
You know, whatever their disconnect is, some kids look at me more as their father than their actual father. So I don't take that lightly. You know, I'm just like, I take pride in that, and I really try to show them, like, at the end of the day, you can be successful. You can be happy. You can have anything you want as long as you put the work in, and just, like, trying to show kids, like, I'm not a pro athlete, but I'm here for them. I could be more, in my opinion, like, there's a lot of athletes that are great role models, but there's a lot of athletes that aren't, you know. And so kids look up to them, and they look up to rappers. And so my thing is I'm a role model in my community. I'm also a substitute teacher, so they see me a lot. They see my face. I coach, I train, and so it's just kind of trying to just show them another way, you know. Show them, like, you can be successful without making it to the professional league, you know.
Right. So it definitely helped, you know, some sort of motivation for you, and it helped. Hey, man, I know a lot of kids that are growing up with parents.
Mm-hmm.
Their parents suck.
Yeah.
What kind of role model is that? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Father is never around. He's always outside doing crap he's not supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough. It's rough out there, and I'm pretty sure you deal with that on a day-to-day basis, seeing it in front of you because you're involved with your community. So let's switch up gear a little bit. So I want to ask you guys this, because you guys are in, you know, the field and stuff. There's a lot of people who can't afford a trainer. There's a lot of people who don't have the time to get a trainer. They work. They have day-to-day problems. There's so many diets out there talking about keto, intermediate fasting, this, that. We could pull up 100 different diets.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say for a normal Joe that works a 9 to 5? What would it be the right diet? You know, what would be the right diet, and what would be the right exercise with the very limited time they get? Like that's in everyone's mind if you think about it, because everyone wants to look fit.
Yes.
Everyone wants to lose weight. Everyone wants this, wants that. It doesn't mean that it always works out for them because of time, because of money. There's always a problem. And those are real problems. It's not like they're fake. Mm-hmm. People are, you know, they can barely afford, a lot of people can barely afford their bills nowadays.
Yes.
So what would be your advice for these kind of people?
I was kind of biased, but the first thing I would say is just, I would educate them and let them know, like, the way they look and the way their body is. Mm-hmm. You know, it's 80% nutrition, 20% fitness, and 100% mindset. Okay. So just starting with that, I would let them know, like, some people think I can't go to the gym 7 days a week, so I can't be fit, you know. And to me, that's false. Okay. You know, a lot of people think it's 80% fitness, 20% nutrition. That's like, as an athlete, I used to think that, you know. So that's the first thing I would just educate them on.
So where are you now?
Huh?
That's what you used to think. Where are you now? Are you
80% nutrition.
So you're okay. So now you're at 80% nutrition, 20% fitness.
Yes.
So when you say 20% fitness, that sounds about 2 days a week.
Not necessarily. Like, you could, whatever the person's goal is, I'll let them know. Like, in order to get to that goal, 80% of your.
Let's go about him. How did you help him? Let's not go far. He was 315 pounds. I'm guessing for you to drop about, 80 pounds, right? I'm guessing you were working out in a daily. How much time did it take you?
It took me, for those 75 pounds, it took me 3 months and a half.
Okay, now tell me what's going on, because a lot of people are gonna hear 75 pounds in 3 months. Hold on, stop the music. Now I need to focus. All right, what did you do?
So
Or what did Billy do with you?
We're both personal trainers.
Okay.
Grindathon Athletics, but then we're also independent distributors for Herbalife Nutrition.
Okay.
And so the one thing we tell people is Herbalife is it's a nutrition company, right? So they help people. Their shakes to help people lose weight.
Okay.
It helps people gain weight. But I tell people that's not the only way to be healthy. So my thing is, I let people know this is what I take. That's what he took. Clients have the option, like, hey, I want to get on nutrition as well with you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have some nutrition clients, some just fitness clients, some do both. The ones that do both, they're obvious. They excel, you know. And so that's the key. It's just proper nutrition, but it's also regular foods and.
So how many shakes a day were you doing?
I was drinking 2 shakes a day, one in breakfast and one for dinner.
And how many meals?
So it'll be breakfast, snack.
No.
Lunch.
I know you
So
guys.
lunch.
I know
Yeah,
technically
one
the
meal.
shakes for you guys are meals, but how many real meals like food? One meal.
One
So
meal.
you were doing 1 shake in the morning, 1 shake at night, a meal in the
And
middle.
then-
And how many times were you working out?
I was working out.
Like just
Sometimes it was once. It was Monday through Fridays.
average. Okay. Couple hours, an hour.
45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Sometimes there were double days.
Is it
Sometimes
mostly
there was
cardio, lifting?
mixed. It
mixed.
was cardio sometimes. Weightlifting, cardio, weightlifting.
Okay.
It was mixed.
And so
Okay.
don't forget snacks though. Like
Yeah.
you have to snack too.
Snacks. That's the
Snacks
biggest
are
thing.
mini meals.
Okay.
So some people are like, I can't drink shakes the rest
I'm
of
gonna
my
bring
life.
the Herbalife in a minute, but before I get to that, what's your thoughts on intermediate fasting? Because I'm a huge believer on intermediate fasting. I've read a lot of research where it makes sense where you need to rest your intestine for about 24 hours.
Mhm.
It helps your body big time. And I'm talking about the real intermediate fasting, not like what people do, like when they go and eat, like, oh, I'm not gonna eat for 12 hours. No. I'm talking about you're only allowed maybe an hour to 2 hours, and I'm not talking about fast food or whatever. I'm talking about a nice healthy plate, fill up, and then give your body a rest for 24 hours. Your thoughts on that one?
My thoughts on it are just I believe it. I know it works. I've seen people do it successfully,
Okay.
but I've never seen someone live a lifestyle successfully that way.
Wait.
So
what?
in terms of like,
Yeah,
my
you
thing
gotta-
is
you gotta
showing people,
explain.
like, so I've seen people do it, and I've seen people get some results.
Okay.
But I've never seen someone sustain those results.
Okay, I know
So
what you
my
mean.
thing is about lifestyle. Like, what can you do for your every single day, the rest of your life, to be
Longevity.
healthy?
Yeah,
you know?
no, it makes sense. Yeah, because I did that for a while and it worked.
Mhm.
And I play between 220 and 170. And literally, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the second I hit my 220, I'll be like, all right, stop. And I press the stop button.
Yeah.
Literally, I'll do it for 2-3 months. Light workouts, maybe 2-3 times a week. Maybe a little bit of lifting. I play tennis a lot, so there's a lot of cardio in there. Indoor soccer, whatever I can get my hands on, I try to to mix it up. And literally within 3-4 months, yeah, I dropped 40-50 pounds.
That's
No
awesome.
problem.
That's amazing.
But you're right. You can't keep doing it forever. It's hard. Like I said, life is hard already as it is. So for you to keep skipping breakfast, and I don't mind breakfast. I was never a big breakfast person, but it's just sometimes finding that energy, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like when you're doing the intermediate fast and you feel like your body's low, like sugar low, and water is great and all, but sometimes you just need like a glass of stuff. Yeah, glass of OJ or whatever. So, all right, let's go back to Herbalife. So a lot of people say it's a scam. Is it a scam?
No.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys.
I've had a lot of people, especially I'm 25, so I have a lot of people. The biggest thing is all companies. There's an owner, and then at the end of the day, it's people make less money than the owner.
Yeah, but here's where I'm at. Okay, fine.
It's just multi-level.
I don't like. Okay, yeah, yes.
So, yeah,
that's the
yeah.
fancy name for it. But then some calls it the pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why it's called the pyramid scheme, it's because of, like you said, the way they market it. They come to people. They're like, yeah, we're not going to spend money marketing it. We are using our resources in our products and this and that, and we believe in you guys to to sell it and get higher with the company. How many phone calls do you get today? I mean, come on, it gets tiring after a while.
I would say the biggest thing for me is the people that told me, hey, like that's a pyramid scheme, that's a scam.
Right.
All the people that said that were people that weren't happy with their lives. So my thing was just like trying to, be open-minded. So, because like me personally,
when did you get in with Herbalife?
I had no intentions on doing the business, so I came in a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago, okay.
And it was right after college. I gained 20 pounds. I was at 220, and I seen a stretch mark in my stomach, and I was fed up. I was like, this is not me. I can't let myself go. And so for me, I basically was just trying to work out like crazy. That was as an athlete, that was my mentality. I'm gonna find a way. But I didn't know how to eat healthy. I just would skip breakfast. I'd eat Pollo Loco every day, and I wasn't losing any weight. So for me, I basically lost 8 pounds in 8 months. And I was just like, this is too slow, So
8 pounds in 8 months, okay.
Yeah, and I'd be in the gym like, this is like ridiculous. I was working out hard.
But losing 8 pounds in 8 months doesn't mean you're not losing weight. You might be just getting more muscle, And
I didn't like how I looked.
Oh, okay.
So I would be in the gym.
And I just want to be clear. That's why I like.
Yeah. So
okay.
I was basically, I didn't like my results at all. And
okay.
I was working out very hard, and I'd be in the gym like, I'm working out harder than him. Why does he look better than me? I didn't understand. But like I said, I thought it was 80% fitness, 20% nutrition. Long story short, the guy that signed me up for Herbalife, he reached out to me as a mentor. He was like, hey, try these shakes. I ignored him for 8 months. I was just like, no, like I'm good. And I didn't know that he did Herbalife. I just thought he was a trainer, and I was just like, oh, he wants to steal my clients. I had like my own story in my head.
Yeah,
so,
that's normal because you got to be careful nowadays.
Yeah. So I kind of just ignored him, blew him off forever. I was able to do a muscle up my first time, and I was super excited. I posted on Instagram. He reached out to me like, yo, like that's fire, like congratulations. That's how I was in a good mood. I went and sat down with him, see what he was talking about. He explained everything to me, and he basically explained all the way the business works, the actual marketing plan, how every little thing works. I didn't understand. I was just like, this is great, but I just want to lose weight. That was my mindset. And so he was like, okay, that's fine, but you can make money as well. And at the time, I didn't think I just didn't believe in it. I was like, there's no way you can make money selling shakes. So I was just like, He kept telling me like, hey, like you should just try it. He told me the investment, the cost of it was so cheap. I'll try it. Like, I don't mind. And so I basically started the business and started the products at the same time. I lost 11 pounds in 3 days. And so that was me working out like crazy, and I just started implementing nutrition. And so for me, it gave me results. I started seeing a six-pack. I never seen a six-pack in my whole life. So I was like, man, like, this is it. Like, I'm great, And so that's kind of how I fell into the business. And in terms of the business, it's just, there's a marketing plan. And it's just everything is laid out for you. So to me, it's like, it's not a pyramid scheme. Like, I run my own business. So for me, I do it part-time. A lot of people that say it's a pyramid scheme are people that work for a company.
Let's go with the products working. I'll give you that. That's fine. Because I will say this about Herbalife. It is, if so there's a lot of problems with it. There's a lot of good things about it. Cool. I've never tried it. I can't really be a judge of it, but I just heard a lot of people talking about it. So, so first of all, do you have like a store with them now?
Do I have a store?
Like because I know a lot of people, they get their own stores and they start selling
like
their own products.
It's called Nutrition Club.
Yeah,
I don't.
You don't. Okay, so you just sell it online.
It's all online.
So you have like an online website and stuff. I'm not saying the product might not work. I never tried it, so I don't know. It might work, but the way they're going about it, the way they're marketing it,
I hear you,
is wrong, and I'll tell you why. You could give people opportunities, which is great. Everybody likes opportunities. But again, I'm going to go back to the first thing I asked you. How many phone calls are you going to make? You have clients, which is great. You're going to keep seeing people all the time. For you, it's a perfect fit for you. But there's a lot of people who invest in Herbalife and they never see a return.
The investment's $94 though. That's a very low investment.
Yeah, but the time, man.
That's so. I basically say,
time is money. You know that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So when you invest in 30, 40 hours a week calling people, trying to market it online, hey, hit me up, I got this. That is investing time.
True. So so this is my take on it.
Right.
I think the key to being successful in any multi-level marketing you desire is like, what do you believe in the product? If you have no, like in terms of Herbalife, if you have no result, you won't be successful in Herbalife. So if I told someone, hey, this is the marketing plan, let's make money, if they don't have a result, they're not going to be able to sell.
It is why I'm going to disagree with you, because I might believe in the product. Product might be great. Let's give, even though I don't know, but let's give them that. But the way they market it, if the product is great and it works, and I go ahead and I bust my behind to market it and it doesn't work, hey, I'm not getting a cut by the end of the day. Who's going to pay me for all the hours that I spent marketing this product? That's what it comes down to. That's what I have a problem with, is that they sell people, they give them this image, and I don't like when they get a lot of people together and they're like, this guy is driving a Bentley within a year of doing it, and I'm so sick and tired of those, because I've been to a couple of those personally, and I hated how they're selling, because people right now, they can barely pay their bills, and you're shoving a Bentley, a Ferrari in their face.
Why can they barely pay their bills?
Life happens, you know that, Billy. I mean, sometimes people are just not lucky.
So
I don't know. Everyone got their own problems, but I mean, they different styles or whatever, different problems and stuff. They might not be working. They might not, But we're investing time with this company. I'm helping personally promote this company. Whether this company makes it or not, I'm not getting a cut unless if I do this or I do that. But what happens to my 300 hours that I've spent doing this online, talking to people, calling my friend from, the 2nd and 3rd grade. And by the way, I'm not coming hard on Herbalife. Respect, whatever. If it works, it works. I just feel bad for the people that invest their time and energy in it and they never get anything back. That's my problem with the company.
I think it's perspective. So I think no one has a problem when someone goes to school and gets in debt and they get a job that they're at the bottom of the totem pole. Whatever salary they're making.
I love the way you did it over there.
Salary they're making, right? There's someone that owns that company, but no one's ever saying, I got a nice corporate job, and no one's ever saying, you're in a pyramid scheme.
Right.
But that person is at the bottom. They're starting at the bottom, right?
Okay.
And they'll work a whole year and get a 30-cent raise.
Okay.
And nothing's wrong with that, right? And so, but if someone says, hey, I'm going to invest in this company.
Yeah, but Billy, they're at least getting paid something after they get that degree.
True.
They have a good chance of getting a
but
job.
They're in debt,
I'm not.
Right? A lot of people are.
I agree, but at least you.
Because I'm on both sides.
Oh, by the way, Billy, I'm with you. I have problems with that side too. Yeah. When someone graduates and they have 160,000 or 100,000 or even 30,000 and 20,000, that's a lot.
Yes.
That is a lot of money. That's a mortgage. The second you graduate college, you are already sticking you with a big bill, and you're like, there you go, buddy, good luck. I got a big problem with that as well. Trust me, I'm not okay with that either.
You're saying the time is not
right.
If they spend enough time,
I'm saying by the end of the day, it is work. By the end of the day, so it is the difference between the two. And not that I like, again, still don't agree with the whole college bill, whatever. I think college should be either free or a lot cheaper than it is right now. But if we're comparing the two, at least you got a degree to show in your resume. If you work for Herbalife, you can't really put that in your resume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what were you doing for Herbalife? How are you going to put? I've never seen a resume with Herbalife, and I've worked in banking, I worked in marketing, I worked in sales, I worked all over the place, and I knew people that were involved with Herbalife, but
you've had people that didn't do anything, so that's kind of.
I had people that were trying, they just couldn't make it.
To me, it just goes back to the person. I wouldn't say multi-level marketing's for everybody, by no means.
Right.
But I think everyone has a fair it's opportunity.
Okay.
So in terms of
so be careful.
Yeah. So in terms of, I wouldn't tell someone for what you're saying. I wouldn't tell someone, hey, quit your job, come sign up, and this is you're gonna be set for life.
I'm with you.
I would never say that to someone. I tell people, keep your job. You can do this on the side. Whether you come in, you make $100 a month, you make $1,000. It's whatever happens.
I don't want to count your pocket, brother, but are you profitable after doing it for a year and a half?
100%.
Okay, but again, like I said, it works for you because of your clients and everything.
Me, right. I make the same income that I make off of my teaching job that I got from going to school.
Right.
So for me, it
well, you got the network. You got the network for it, so it works. So that's a good advice. The last advice you gave, it doesn't work for everyone, and you gotta know.
Tell someone quit your job.
I agree. Not only don't quit your job, but even with your time, be careful how much time you invest in it, because it works for some people if you got the network for it. But if you're working at an office job where you don't have barely have any friends, or it is not gonna work. I don't know. That's just me. Unless if you just start socializing out of nowhere, it's just not gonna work. Well, anyways, let's move on from Herbalife. I feel like that took a while from us. Well, let's go back to some sports. Are you guys UFC fans at all? No. You guys are not into the UFC. You guys don't train.
I don't have that much time, so
Got it.
I don't follow it.
So you guys don't do like UFC athletes at all?
Not yet.
Okay, that would be actually interesting too. Yeah. Because have you ever actually what I would say? I worked out at UFC gyms before. They have legit workouts.
Yeah,
like
I've done
literally
a few boxing workouts before. It's no joke.
Well, and not only boxing, kickboxing, their CrossFit classes.
Everything.
Oh, dude, like 40 minutes, you're sweating buckets. You're sweating buckets. I'm not joking. My friend did it, and she put intermediate fasting with that, and within, I believe, 4-6 months, she lost 100 pounds. And by the way, we're talking someone, was not an athlete before or nothing, and she just started, I was doing it with her too for a while, and just, boom, boom, boom. You see the results right away. It works.
That's fine.
It really works. All right. I'm going to ask you one more thing before we end the show. What do you think about this whole Black Lives Matter police fiasco that is going on right now? I wanted to add, do you think it could have been avoided in a sense?
Do I think it could have been avoided?
I think, if you're asking me, I think it was. I think this was about time for things to start changing. You know what I mean? It was, dude, I think
it was inevitable.
I'm half African. And I mean, I've been driving down with my black friends or whatever, and they're always getting pulled over for no damn reason. And I saw it once, twice, 3 times, too many times to count, for no reason. We'd be driving down at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, no drugs in the car, nothing in the car. All the lights are on the right way, and you see the cop doing a U-turn. Whoop.
Yeah.
That's sickening, man. That is sickening to see in 2020. I mean, it wasn't right to see in any age or any time, but during a social media time, that is just asking for it. So I feel like this was way overdue.
Yeah, I agree.
This was way overdue. Do you feel like, because a lot of people they're doing too much. Do you feel like they're doing too much?
Not at all.
No,
I believe, because like you're saying, I've grown up, I've got pulled over, and that was back when I was in high school, and that's 2011, 2012. And so I've dealt with different situations as well. And just, I think, like society, we believed we were farther than we really were.
Right.
And it's just, I think it was well overdue.
Right.
I think the biggest thing is there's so many people that deal with it differently.
Okay.
So for instance, a lot of people like to post about it. Some people like to talk about it. I think the biggest thing is just no one really knows what's the best way to make a change, to take action, So I feel like that's the biggest thing that we need to overcome. Is just to, of course,
and mostly for the future generation.
Yeah.
We're talking about the youth. We're talking about the kids right now, coming out of high school. And what are we preparing them for? Like right now, it looks like shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's really bad out there. How could you train a cop in 6 months? How could you train anyone in anything in 6 months?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just not doable.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this every show, and I'm never going to get sick of it. Someone comes out who's got bullied all of his life in high school. He goes, works out a little bit, gets a little bit of muscle, and now you put a badge, a baton, a taser, and a gun. And you're like, go ahead, hit the streets after 6 months of training. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, I agree.
That is setting him up for failure right away. Right away. And that needs to change. I don't care how it's done anymore. Change needs to happen. And now. Not tomorrow. Not after. Right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to give you guys the mic. Plug in whatever it is that you want. Your social. We're going to put in your social medias anyways on the description for E and for Billy as well. So But go ahead, take the mic. It's all yours.
I would just say thank you guys. Appreciate you for having us. Super grateful for the opportunity, and just whoever's watching this, whatever it is that you connected with, our goal is to just inspire people. And the meaning of Grindathon, the actual word, is just at the end of the day, like, life is a marathon. No matter how high you are, how low you are, no matter how dark your current situation is, no matter how on top of the world you are, at the end of the day, like, if you're a champion, if you want to win at life, you'll just keep going. Mm-hmm. So no matter where you're at, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, just keep going. Everything gets better. And at the end of the day, no matter what your endeavor is, whether it's fitness, whether it's career, whether it's, family, relationship, whatever it is, just keep working at it. And at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. So you'll get rewarded for the work you put in at the end of the day. Absolutely.
Anything else to add?
Thank you for having us, and that's just the biggest thing. Like, our main purpose is just to help other people and inspire them. Like, whatever you feel like is true in your heart. Not a lot of people, it could be from your family and your friends, they'll be disagreeing, but as long as you have it deep in your heart and you feel it, pursue it. Wherever it is, any good, pursue it 100%.
Guys, boys, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much. You guys are a friend of the show. Anytime you guys want to come back, let me know. You guys are always welcome over here. It was a nice conversation. Thank you. Beautiful, Ollie. Thank you. And have a blazed day. All right. Have a good day.